Hi, I'm Irving. You have just entered Cartertopia. I give up! It's a Nerf gun, okay? Take it! You can calm down now! Oh, we're watching a movie. Well, then I'm keeping it. This guy Bremer is making movies like this one to boost war morale and encourage more people to buy war bonds. And he wants to make more such movies.
Well, that's exactly how we're going to treat this new movie. Maximum realism, top drawer production value.
Oh, it'll be a smash, Mr. Bremer.
Thank you. And all the box office receipts go to buy war bonds. So, General, Major, what do you say?
Listen to that fake accent. He's up to something. Question is, what's his game?
A movie like you're going to make will be an enormous morale booster. 4 top American heroes recreating their acts of bravery on the screen.
4 top American heroes all in one insecure place. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, you know, we're still hoping, Major, that your personal story is going to be part of the movie.
Well, that's up to the General.
But I would just like to say...
But he's got to be in the movie, General. Steve bringing that flaming plane in and saving his crew. That'll really be something to see.
You're absolutely right, Yeoman Prince.
Well, you see, it's just that...
How soon do you need the Major in Hollywood, Mr. Bremer?
Oh, as soon as possible. Can you leave tomorrow?
He sure can.
Can I say something here? Apparently not. Diana and the General decided everything for him. He asks if Diana can be ready that quickly. She says, do you need me?
Oh, I like that. Every beautiful young woman in these United States would give a right arm to go to Hollywood. And you ask if you need it there.
Diana doesn't get the whole Hollywood thing. It's just a suburb of L.A.
Oh, Diana, sometimes I don't understand you. Why? Hollywood. Clark Gable, Cary Grant, Tyrone Power. Paradise, USA. Paradise?
Absolutely.
Well, in that case, how can I refuse? I mean, I feel in need of a trip to paradise about now.
If that's not a cue, I don't know what is. Told you. Hippolyta is planning a big festival and she says it's too bad Diana can't be here for it. She's the logical one to be queen of the festival.
Mother, this is the 2000th anniversary of our arrival on Paradise Island. It's the bimillennial celebration of the most important day in our history. Diana's heir to the throne. Diana has to be here.
I agree with you. She should be here.
Drusilla, in her usual way, says, well, somebody should go to America and get her. It should be somebody who's been to America before, so...
Very well, Drusilla. You go fetch your sister.
Thank you, Mother.
Drusilla, remember she said she was staying in a place called Hollywood. Drusilla, just give her the message and then come right back home. I don't want both my daughters in America in such perilous times.
Drusilla heads out before her mother can change her mind. She does have her own invisible plane, and she's in the Wonder Girl outfit. Why? Last time she was fine in her usual dress. But being a teenager, I'm guessing she'll transform every chance she gets just because it's a kick. On set, Steve is trying to make the transition from pilot to fake pilot.
Action!
To the silk, Bill. That's an order, Lieutenant. Taking her in alone.
She fixes the wheel before anybody notices. Well, somebody notices.
What's going on with the key light? Come on, fellas.
Yeoman Prince, would you kindly not lean against the light?
Elsewhere, Drusilla is getting her first taste of Hollywood stupid. She asks a random guy who the woman is.
Who's she? She's a star.
Oh, go on. I know where the stars exist. They're in the heavens.
You're weird.
I'm weird.
You're the one who just mobbed a complete stranger to get her to write her name. You're calling me weird?
Sure you are. Like, what kind of a get-up's that?
Get up.
The clothes, dummy, the clothes. Unless... Hey, you're in pictures, huh?
Oh, yeah, lots of them. My mother has a book, and there's...
I knew it!
I don't think he has any room to critique her clothes when he's wearing that sweater. The confusion continues to mount.
You there, miss. They'll be waiting for you.
They will?
Certainly. You're in the fall of the Greek Empire, right?
Fall of the
right.
Greek Empire.
Now come along to this door. Go through Western Street.
They're waiting for you. Whoever they are. Whoever you are. Get a move on.
Diana, this is Corporal Jim Ames. Jim is Yeoman Diana Prince.
Nice to meet you. Oh, I've heard about you. You're one of the war heroes that's going to be in Mr. Bremer's film, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't recognize Robert Hayes, go watch Airplane again. He was just getting going at this point, doing one-shot roles like this. Corporal Ames here captured a dozen German soldiers single-handedly and marched them back to his camp. He doesn't talk about it much. Steve is getting thirsty, so he sends Diana out back of the soundstage to get some coffee.
Diana! Oh! Drew! Ah!
Corporal Ames is out there too, and that's why their reunion gets cut short.
You stay here. I'll handle this.
She changes and rescues him, but the kidnappers get away. She has got to learn how to bonk these guys on the head so they stay down for a while. Before Ames can realize what happened, she changes back.
Are you all right?
What happened?
I think that someone was trying to kidnap you.
I thought that Wonder Woman.
Oh, excuse me, Corporal Ames, this is my little sister, Drusilla. Drusilla, Jim Ames. Hello.
I think Drew is smitten. Again. The last one was a Nazi. This guy's an American hero. Definite upgrade. Drew delivers her message and Diana says, "You may as well stay the night and go home tomorrow. And besides, there's a Hollywood party tonight, so we may as well go."
What do American women wear to these Hollywood parties? Steve told me to wear something slinky.
Slinky. What's slinky?
I didn't tell him, but I haven't the slightest idea.
But as it turns out, they know it when they see it.
That's slinky?
I think so.
I don't think that would suit you.
You don't? I don't know about that. I think it's cute.
Oh, besides, look, Diana, everyone's staring at her. Even the men.
That's the idea. Didn't Diana explain that to you? Oh, right. She doesn't know that either.
You all know each other, I suppose?
Yeah, hello, Major. Yes,
I don't think you know my little sister, Drusilla. This is Sergeant Harry Willard. This is Mark Bremer, the producer, and Lieutenant Bill Rand.
How do you do?
They're all doing the movie together.
We have our four heroes. What's going to happen to them?
Hello, everyone. Super party. Is anyone taking care of the Navy?
Not until now.
Oh, good. Come on, then. You can buy me a drink.
Looks like Miss Slinky has some idea what'll happen to him.
Said that America was proud to have officers like me in the service.
Don't make a sound. You come with us.
And it's not what he was thinking.
Mr. Bremer,
Yeah.
have you seen Lieutenant Rand?
No, not recently. Why?
We're getting ready to leave. I wanted to say goodnight.
Oh, well, listen, Major, last time I saw him, he was getting pretty thick with some little starlet. Maybe they slipped off early, you know?
Yeah. What was her name?
Well, I don't know, you know? They all look the same to me.
He finally gets everyone out the door.
Gloria?
Is everyone gone?
Yes, everyone's gone. You can come out. I assume that everything went all right.
Perfectly.
It's very good, my dear. Well done. Your health. Good night.
He's sabotaging his own movie. What's his end game with this?
Mark, where's the blonde?
She's gone.
What did you tell her?
Did not have to tell her anything, Kurt. I promised her a part in a picture.
I told you. He was doing 4 different accents at once and wasn't doing any of them right. I told you he was up to something, and it turns out he's a Nazi. Such a burden always being right.
In 3 days, the 4 of them will be on their way to Germany. 4 American war heroes to stand trial in Berlin for war crimes against the German people. That, Kurt, is a great propaganda victory.
So that's his game. And he's picking them off one by one, except for the botched attempt on Ames.
And then, Kurt, when the war is over and we have won, then I will control the entire American film industry.
His patriotism only goes so far. Of course, Lieutenant Rand is a no-show the next morning. Steve wants a list of the party guests because the mystery woman is their only clue. Meanwhile, the movie makers set up to do Sergeant Willard's segment instead.
Oh, I don't know what to think. First that attack on Jim Ames and Bill Rand disappearing. It's one thing I do know. Going to keep a pretty close eye on Harry Willard and young Jim from now on.
And if they go opposite directions, you'll get to see his eyes go like this.
Jim's with Drew. They went somewhere to have a farewell soda.
She's leaving?
I'm afraid so. She has to go home to Mother. You know, at least she did have to go home. Maybe it's better if she sticks around for a while. She can help us watch out for Jim.
How good would a 15-year-old girl be if there was any trouble?
Maybe none, but one thing's for sure. She'll know where he is all the time.
Prepare for an or not in 3, 2, 1.
I'll be back in a minute, okay?
Okay. What's your name?
Even Amazons have to potty. Actually, she's calling Diana to check in. Diana says you don't have to leave and keep a close eye on Jim, please. By the time she gets done, those 2 clowns in the corner are hassling Ames.
Want to introduce us, huh? Soldier boy. My friend just asked you a question.
Sorry, we're busy.
Hey, Georgie, the soldier boy's busy.
What's the matter? You don't want to tell us her name? Well, tell Freddie her name.
Come on, tell Freddie.
She changes and beats the 2 idiots up while Jim runs outside. After it's over, she changes back and goes after him.
Hi.
Oh, boy, what happened in there?
There's a fight. Didn't you see?
No, I was in the powder room.
You didn't see anything?
Well, yes, I saw 2 men laying on the floor.
Well, they started picking on me. I took care of them.
You... Oh.
Come on, we better get back to the studio.
Now Drew is really concerned. Something's going on with Jim and it's not good. Back at the set, they're filming Sergeant Willard's heroic deed.
What happened to the grenade? It didn't go off. All right, we'll have to do it again.
Unfortunately, they can't do it again. He ran through that doorway and disappeared. Bremer is blowing off all of Steve's security questions with excuses why they won't work. Drew is trying to talk to Diana.
He lied to me.
Well, sometimes that has something to do with the thing called ego. What did he lie about?
They're interrupted before Drew can elaborate. Steve tells Diana to contact military intelligence and run a check on the party guests. Bremer overhears and starts getting concerned. He doesn't need a bunch of military investigators getting all up in his business.
Ah, there you are, gentlemen. You're comfortable, I trust?
Where are we?
You're on the D704, somewhere in the Pacific. We'll remain on station here until your 2 companions are prevailed upon to join us. Then we'll proceed around Cape Horn and set course for Bremen.
They're already on a Nazi ship. That's not good. Drew is keeping a close eye on Jim as long as he keeps her supplied with hot dogs. And he's become fond enough of her that he's ready to come clean about what's bothering him.
The citation reads that I captured a dozen Nazis single-handed. The truth is I got cut off from my unit. I was all alone. I saw a group of Nazis and I thought I'd give myself up. Spend the rest of the war in a nice, safe prison camp.
I'll bet he was hoping for Stalag 13.
What I didn't know was that they were as afraid as I was. As soon as I appeared, they all threw their guns down. Seems like they had the same idea. Anyway, I had to take them in. I couldn't do nothing else.
He also comes clean about the morning's fight and says, I guess I'm just scared all the time.
Oh, no. I think you're really brave for telling me all of that.
Telephone for Corporal Ames.
Excuse me.
Whatever the call is, it rattles him to his core and he says, I have to go. He rushes out in a panic. Next morning, he's driving Steve to the set. Or at least he's supposed to be.
Sure you have the right directions?
This is where they told me, Major. Wait a minute, I'll ask these guys up here.
Hey, you guys, you seen a movie company around here?
Movie company? Let's see now. I think there might be, all right, both of you, get out of the car. Into the other car, come on.
Steve fights back, of course, and we've seen many times how good he is at that.
Put it down, Major.
I'm sorry.
Especially when that happens. Although if Ames is as scared all the time as he told Drew he is, Steve could probably walk over there and take it away from him. Bremer tells Diana later they found the car but Steve and Jim have disappeared. He stonewalls her beyond that, so she and Drew head off to do their own detecting. Steve and Jim are now on that ship and all is revealed.
Gentlemen, welcome aboard. Major?
Not a bad production, Bremer. You set it all up very smoothly. Got the whole project going, gathered your 4 victims together. You knew our every movement.
Yeah, unfortunately, now that you know, there's very little you can do about it.
Mr. Bremer.
Yeah?
Are my parents all right? You promised me.
They're all right.
When will I get to see them?
They are on board. You may see them tonight.
Now we know the answer to that question. And we get the answer to another question that we haven't even asked yet.
Prepare to get underway.
All engines. Ahead 1/4.
Your course 163 degrees.
How did they get these guys clear out to sea to a Nazi ship? They didn't. It's a stage. Hollywood, remember? Diana heads to the casting office to try and find the mystery woman that's their only lead. She doesn't know the woman's name, but she'll recognize a picture easily enough.
Annie's. Well, it's not the end. Here you are.
All she has to do is find it. Naturally she does, and the casting woman says Gloria has a nice contract with Mr. Bremer. The same Mr. Bremer who told her and Steve that he didn't know the girl. Wonder Woman tracks Gloria down and puts the lasso on her.
It was Mr. Bremer who arranged Sergeant Willard's kidnapping, wasn't it?
Yes.
And now Major Trevor and Jim Ames are missing too. Has he taken them?
Yes.
Where?
I don't know.
Does Mr. Bremer have a private yacht, an airplane, anything like that?
No.
There's got to be someplace else. Now, think.
There is this one place.
Where?
He has a hold on stage 12 right here on the lot.
Wonder Woman and Wonder Girl go to investigate that soundstage.
Wow,
So realistic.
it certainly is. But it looks like we're too late.
Then where are they? They've figured out by now they weren't really on a ship.
Gloria Beverly said that it was either the studio or his estate, and they're not here. Let's go.
Wonder Woman!
Driver's license. Handy thing to have. Look into it. At the estate, Bremer takes Ames and Steve inside so Ames can see his parents. They're tied up and gagged, and of course Bremer doesn't have any intention of letting them go. Why he took Steve inside, we don't know. He tells his men, wait for the transfer truck and put these two in it. The truck arrives right on schedule. Did somebody decide it's unladylike to throw a punch? Why do they always grab these guys and throw them around? However they did it, it worked. Now for Bremer.
She's been hit.
Bremer, now stay where you are. You understand me?
I understand you, Bremer. And I don't care anymore.
Jim, don't!
Ames tackles him, and he and Steve take Bremer into custody.
Well, you're not hurt.
No.
So why did you make...
After what you told me about Jim, I wanted to give him a chance to prove himself.
And he did, didn't he?
Yes, he certainly did.
I want to know how she's going to explain it to Steve, although it'd be a lot more interesting to hear Yeoman Prince explain why she had a bullet wound in exactly the same place Wonder Woman got shot. In the epilogue, somehow the movie got made anyway, and it doesn't matter to us how it happened. It'll be a great morale booster for everybody concerned, except the Nazis. And that's it for Season 1. It was fun seeing Drusilla again, and the plot was the kind that's believable enough that in real life it could have worked. As usual, Steve is the eternal damsel in distress who can't take care of himself. I'd still like to see Etta find a good man, but it's not to be. Next season, we abandon the World War II storyline and jump to the present day. Wonder Woman is still young and strong, and she visits Steve every day in his nursing home. Every day he asks if she's Binky the Clown. As for us, we're going to take a couple of weeks off from the show before we move on to Season 2, so make sure you're subscribed and get notified when that happens. I'm Irving, and you are now exiting Cartertopia. Hippolyta is planning a big festival, and she says, "Festival?"
A big vegetable.
Hippolyta is planning a big vegetable.